Alright, this is a monument to Easy Company, the 101st Airborne. You see the people who died here. Muck and Pencal are on this list, are the ones that we saw their graves at the cemetery in Luxembourg. But out here is where we're somewhere over in this direction. We're going to go see their foxholes are still there from 75 years ago. So we're going to go see that. Got a little thing here of how they like to use chapels and churches for aid stations, and we think that's it. So we're going to look at that. But I'm not going to read that, it takes too long. I'm just tell you that this is where they stood their ground to when they were surrounded by the Germans and did not let them take Bastogne. Alright, this is the woods where it happened. And over here by the roadway, I see some foxholes. 75-year-old foxholes. Of course, they were deeper once upon a time. But this is it. They're all over. I don't know that they're on the other side. I think they're just over here. I know there's more. Yeah, it'd be nice if they had some signs. You know, there's more than just those. That's weird. They stayed in these woods for almost a month, one of the coldest winters on record. They lacked cold weather gear, food, medical equipment. There's another foxhole there. And sometimes they only had one round of ammunition apiece. But they held the line. The Germans were over that way. Down there is the town of Foy. Eventually, when the siege was lifted, Easy Company took the town of Foy. Yeah, we're seeing a few more here now. See some people put some sticks and flags and stuff. Now, none of these trees are 75 years old. They've cleared these trees and replanted. But when they replant, they didn't want to disturb the foxholes. They left them here. They like to do that kind of thing in Europe. They like to leave stuff for the sake of history, which isn't a bad idea, I guess. I'm sure there's more out here somewhere. Where's Nana? There she is. Looks like a trail here. Okay. So it seems like the only place we're finding the foxholes are along this road. There's some back here. Some more back here. Like I said, they all seem to be along this road. And of course in the opening of the woods over there. This is where they did most of them. More there. Oh yeah, I've seen quite a few more. Oh, now they're all over the place. Looks like some people are making some makeshift monuments. Okay, well, that's about it. Wow, there are people putting. Alright, I saw this from another video. All them pock marks you see, those are all bullet marks. Up in that very top window, when this is the town of Foy, when Easy Company was taking Foy, there was a sniper in that top window. And then so other soldiers from the Easy Company drew their fire by shooting at the building, while Shifty Powers was the company's sniper, and he took the machine gun out. But just thought that'd be interesting. But it happened right here in this building 76 years ago. Alright, this is our room in Bastogne, Belgium. I'm gonna go walk down and find something to eat. Nice, pretty nice, pretty nice. Here we go. Downstairs. Nicely renovated. Now this hotel actually has a little bit of history. There was a Belgian woman, a nurse. Her name was Renée Lemery, and she worked at the aid station here in Bastogne during the siege. American troops were brought into the aid station when they got wounded, and she would help put them back together. Well, this hotel used to be her home. She used to live here. So, there's that. I'll mention something else about her later. Ready? So we're going to walk through town. Yeah, and there's Renée Lemery. I forgot to say, the Americans called her the Angel of Bastogne. We're coming into McCulloch Square. McCulloch Square is named after General Anthony McCulloch, American general that was the commander of the 101st Airborne. And this is his square. Oh look, it's a tank. An American tank. And then right up here, like I said, this is McCulloch Square. And this is General Anthony McCulloch. Alright. We're going to have dinner at the cafe restaurant Nuts. What do we got over here? What is that? Anyway, the storyline Nuts is when the 101st Airborne was surrounded by the Germans. The Germans sent a messenger with a message to General McCulloch saying instead of having all the Americans die, they should surrender. And General McCulloch sent a one-word reply back, and that one word was nuts. So all around town there are things associated with nuts. It seems to be a favorite word in Bastogne. Okay, there's a sign here at McCulloch. Place McCulloch. What they call the square here. Okay, yeah, they got it in French and then they have it in English. Right there. That's René Lemery that I told you about. That's the Angel of Bastogne. Right, see what's on the other side here. Oh, looks like they're all the same thing on all sides. Okay, enough for now. And here's another one of these markers. This one's only 2 kilometers away from the first one we looked at. Again, the first one is in Saint Mary-Église, France. Number 1, this is 1145. We already saw 1147. All right, we're coming up to the City Walk restaurant. What's significant about this place is that in 1945 it wasn't a restaurant. This is where the aid station was. The last bombardment that the Germans had in all of World War II took place right here. And this is the plaque for it. And this is where the Angel of Bastogne, René Lemery, there's her name. She was killed in the bombing raid on this, working on wounded soldiers. The memorial site of the aid station of the 20th Army Division, where over 30 U.S. wounded and 1 volunteer, Belgian nurse René Lemery, were instantly killed by a German bomb, December 20, Christmas Eve, 1944. Okay, the 101st Airborne Museum. This building, I'm not sure, I can check on it, but I believe this was General McCulloch's headquarters when they were in Bastogne. So, we're going to go inside and see what happens. Alright. Wait, what do we got here? What is today? Friday? So what the hell does Friday mean? Monday's closed. Yeah, it's open. 10 a.m. to 5. Oh, it says open. Hey, look, it's open. Okay. Hello. Okay, leaving our hotel and headed to France. Leaving Bastogne. Leaving Bastogne. Quiet this morning.
In 100 meters, turn right onto Rue de Neuchâtel N85. Turn right onto Rue de Neuchâtel.
I know she's pretty loud this morning. There we go. It's easier to do this when no one's awake. Okay, this is the Museum of the Surrender. It's an old school. And on May 8th, 1945, this is where the Germans surrendered, ending World War II in Europe. And now we're going to go inside. We're going to see the room where it was done. They put glass up to protect it, to preserve it. So it's just as it is today as it was 46 years ago. Okay, yeah, everything is protected behind glass. These are all their maps. This was also the Allied headquarters at the time of the surrender, because the headquarters kept moving east as the front kept moving. And this is where Germany surrendered to end World War II. It's got the names on the chairs of who sat where. And this is the picture from that day. The two here, the three here in the front. These three are Germans. They're Americans, British. And there's probably a couple French guys over there too. But this was it. All right, we are at Pegasus Bridge. This was, the assault on this bridge by the British paratroopers was the first combat action on D-Day, June 6, 1944, at 1 minute past midnight. They came in on 3 gliders. The thing about the gliders is the way they had to be navigated. When they released at the shore about 10 miles north of here, they had to use a compass and a stopwatch. They had to fly south for so long, and then they had to turn west for so long, and then come north for so long. And when they did, these big rocks right here, or monuments or whatever, this is where they landed. One landed there, one landed here, and somewhere, I don't know if they didn't mow the weeds or something, but there should be a third one. That's crazy. Ah, there's a path keeps going around. Yes, over there. That's the third one. That's where the 3 gliders landed. They say this assault on the bridge was the only thing that went 100% right on D-Day. No way could they have gotten closer. It's amazing they got this close to the bridge, and that's why they took it so fast, before the Germans had time to blow it up. Okay, this glider was piloted by Lieutenant Smith. Sergeant Sparkway just tells who piloted the gliders. Let's go back this way. But this is how close they were able to land to that bridge, which is absolutely amazing. I didn't use the GoPro when I took a picture of Lieutenant Den Brotheridge's grave a few miles from here. He was the first Allied soldier to die on D-Day. He died on that bridge right there. The sad part of the story is he left behind a wife that was 8 months pregnant, so he never got to see his daughter that was born a month later. And now like I say, that's where they landed. That's the bridge they took. And I forgot a bust over here. That's a drawbridge. It lifts up and lets boats through. That's actually a newer bridge. We took pictures of the old one a block away. They had to replace the old one because they needed bigger boats to go through. They were going to just build a different kind of drawbridge, but people in this area raised hell and said hell no. So they built one exactly like the one that was here. So now take a look at this bust. Didn't want other people in the video, but I guess we can't help it. So let's see what this one is. This tree was grown in honor of the people that had died here. Alright, Major John Howard, this is the guy who led the mission. He was the one in command.
Turn right onto Route Colonel Rene Michel. Turn left on the place due 6 June 1994. Take the next left onto Rue de Petite Fontaine, then your destination will be on the left.
Montre-le en émotion dans ta voix.
So this is part of Gold Beach. Way down that way is where the British invaded, where they came on shore during D-Day. But all these things you see out in the water, well, that's all, that was all floating concrete they brought over from England, and then they sunk them to help make an artificial pier so they could unload war materials. And this piece that floated up on shore is actually part of the pier itself. These pieces down here are actually several pieces that used to float, and they had like steel bridge pieces connected between them, so they moved with the waves. and that's what they brought trucks and tanks and stuff in. This is, they called it Port Winston, which is named after the British Prime Minister Winston Churchill. But this is where they brought in a lot of men and war materials in after they secured the beach. And in the United States, they would have took all that stuff out of the water, but here they like to keep stuff like that for history, which is nice, I think. And again, those are the floating pieces that had steel bridge pieces in between each one, which brought trucks and tanks from those concrete caissons out there. And just to show that even though this has been a great vacation, not all vacations are perfect. I got a English Channel view room at that hotel. And I looked out the window, we have a crane view room. Nice. And those are the steel, that's a piece, the steel bridge piece that I said goes between those. There's one with a dozer that was used during the invasion. Yes, I am going to be on that.
Moi je m'attendais pas en fait.
Stop! Stop! Oh! There she goes. Not yet. Still going. Bagpipes are still annoying. So they're building a new museum to replace that one. I don't think they needed that. That's a little overkill. This hotel's got to be pissed. Look what it does to that view. Oh well, it is what it is. Progress.